record. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of the In From Japan podcast. I'm Erroll Moss, and with me, as always, is the phenomenon from Suriname, Jason
Hey
Corday.
everyone.
And my first bit of news is that it's not really news; it's more of a personal thing. But so a while ago, I wrote on Parallax about my collection of portable Dragon Quest games. And now it is almost finished. I picked up Dragon Quest 6 today, and now all I need is Dragon Quest 4. And, I mean, I wish I could get Dragon Quest 10, but that's only in Japan.
I mean, you could import it, I guess.
I'm not doing that.
But how else?
I'm not playing a game I can't read.
I'm sure there are plenty of guides or ways to circumvent that.
That's too much effort. But when I was over there, the lady at the game store, she showed me her customized Animal Crossing Switch, and it was like it had like the what do you call it? Not analog sticks, but the sticks. Whatever the sticks are called, they were modified to look like the top were paws. I don't know, it was a really nice looking Switch, and she said she just ordered the other one, and that's how we're going to segue into our news, because we have a lot of stuff to talk about with Animal Crossing. What a segue. So first piece of news, Animal Crossing New Horizons theme Switch was announced. This is from Sal Romano over at Gamatsu. It's $300, available in Europe, Australia, Japan, and North America. It is pastel green and blue. The dock has Tom Nook and his two sons, right? On the little island.
It's a very cute looking device.
I don't like the colors personally, but
that's what you said last week.
I like the dock. Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Definitely.
So we did talk about this last week.
It's fine. I mean, it's been announced.
I think it's just because the orders went up and everybody was.
And I should also add that this console is the new revised Switch, as mentioned on Twitter by IGN Seth Macy. Our buddy Joseph.
Oh, that was confirmed.
Our buddy Joseph put out the question on Twitter, and then Seth Macy answered it by saying, yes, it is indeed the revised version.
I see. Well, also, having to do with that, I should have put these stories in a different order. This next story comes from Digital Trends from Lisa Marie Segara. Coronavirus delays Switch hardware in Japan, including Animal Crossing Edition.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's understandable because the coronavirus is affecting a lot of people in Asia, primarily China and a bit of Southeast Asia, I take it. And since most of the manufacturing is centered around China, this puts a significant delay on hardware manufacturing. I mean, some of the production has moved to Southeast Asia, away from China, ever since the tariffs were introduced. But I mean, it's still going to affect what's coming out or what's being shipped towards the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hopefully it gets sorted out it all gets sorted out in the next couple of months.
It's a virus.
And
I don't know if the virus is something you can predict.
No, but like there's the whole thing, like there have been so many things that like the world has lived through, so many viruses that it's like, okay, well, this is just another one of those, right? Like, the only thing is the symptoms like don't show up for 2 weeks or something, and that's what's kind of weirding people
Well,
out.
it's still a deadly virus. So let's just let the proper authorities take their time and
Yeah,
let them um, prevent this from spreading any further, and hopefully
yeah,
the millions affected can be taken care of or cured in a speedy manner.
yeah, definitely. I know some people have been, well, not cured, not well, not. There's no vaccination for it yet. They have been, what do you call it?
Cleared for health.
Di-
Yeah, cleared
discharged,
for health.
cleared, yeah, cleared for health. So it's not like if you get it, you're 100% going to
No,
die
there's
or
not a
something.
100% mortality rate. I should mention, if
No.
you or any of your loved ones are looking for information, look up the CDC and the WHO websites. I'm guessing we could put the links down in the description. But it's important
Yeah.
to get your information from the proper sources, and not spread fear and panic. Because, yeah,
Also, also as somebody who formerly worked in custodial services, just make sure to wash your hands. It because the coronavirus gets easily killed by like cleaning stuff.
uh,
Apparently,
I don't know about that claim, but
that's what I've read that it very much helps prevent the spread
yeah,
of it. It doesn't survive long on
but as a
surfaces.
general rule of thumb, wash your hands, people.
Yeah, just in general, please. There was some old guy who was just like, "Oh, I never wash my hands," and I almost threw up. I can't. um, wash your hands. It's good for the environment. Well, I don't know if it's good for the environment. It's good for everybody else's health
Yeah,
and your health. Okay,
yeah,
that's my thing.
and wash it with soap. Wash it
Make
with
it.
soap.
Yes, and please somebody make a good video game about people washing their hands so it encourages them to wash their hands. Um. All right, enough about that kind of dark news. So the next is still, we're still talking about Animal Crossing, um, and this has been a hot button issue the past couple days. Animal Crossing's New Horizon will share your island with every player on your console. This is from Alistair Wong over at
Hmm.
Siliconera. It's so I guess your island is locked to a specific console.
Yeah, which is kind of uh, a bother, I guess, because
Because if you want to get a new Switch, you can't transfer it. Well, they might be working on that. They just went back on today.
mm-hmm,
They said they were
rethinking it or trying
trying
to.
to, yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm guessing they started this with, hey, this might be a neat idea that your Switch becomes the island, and everyone that plays your Switch becomes an inhabitant of the island. I mean, it's a neat idea, but if you want to be private and not have your progress ruined by your cousin or significant other, I'm guessing you
Oh
want
yeah.
to have your island all for yourself.
Yeah, and like what if like something on your Switch isn't quite working right, and then you don't have your save data isn't in the it doesn't have cloud save, so then there's no way you have to start all over again if you have to get a
Yeah,
new Switch.
so they really have to go back to the drawing board on this one.
That's Nintendo for you though. They always do something weird like this. Like don't I believe there are select games that don't have save transfer
Um,
specifically.
if I'm not mistaken, the Let's Go
L-
Pokemon games didn't have save transfer or cloud saves because they were afraid of cheaters. That I think Splatoon. I'm not so sure. I should re recheck that. Um, double check that. Uh,
Also, uh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution doesn't have save transfer either.
yeah, it's usually to prevent people from gaming, quote unquote, the system. And like, let's say you have a powerful card and you hack your way through the game to get multiples of that card or multiples of a powerful Pokemon or powerful item, those kind of stuff. Uh,
But with Yu-Gi-Oh, you get multiples of powerful cards anyway from getting
yeah,
packs and
sure,
stuff.
but I probably guess they don't want to flood the system with unnecessary doubles and multiples. Uh,
I think Konami just didn't feel like
yeah.
doing it. Because the multiple thing is there's no three in the old Yu-Gi-Oh games. Once you get three of the same
Hmm.
card, you don't get that card
Ah.
anymore. And then you can just like you can use them in whatever deck because the limit for a lot of cards in decks is for any card in a deck
Hmm.
is three, and they have the same card. But in this one, for whatever reason, they took that out, and so you can get a bunch of the same card, and it takes forever to get to collect an entire
Ah,
booster
okay.
pack. Kind of
I'm
ridiculous.
reading here on cnet.com by Sean Hollister, a list of the games confirmed to not be saved or cloud save compatible. Dark Souls Remastered, FIFA 19, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee, Splatoon 2. Um, yeah, that's at least what has been confirmed.
So it's not a lot. It's well, as far as we know.
Yeah, there are exceptions to the rule. Like standard procedure is if you have a game and you have cloud saves enabled, you can save your game in the cloud. Except for games with online components, I'm guessing.
Hopefully they get that all figured out.
Yeah. Oh,
Um. Anyways, next Nintendo thing. So this comes from Game Informer. Hey, look at that. We have a Game Informer story. It's by Andrew Reiner. Pokemon Day game celebrations announced. So February 27th is Pokemon Day, which is the same date that Pokemon Red and Green launched
mm-hmm.
in Japan in 1996. Also, probably why that the Mewtwo Strikes Back remake is going up on Netflix
Mm.
that day.
Sin-
Um, yeah. Oh, and also today, speaking of Mewtwo, today is Mewtwo's birthday.
Happy birthday,
As of
Mewtwo.
this recording, happy 24th birthday, Mewtwo. Speaking of birthdays, somebody here had a birthday last
Yeah.
week, and we didn't even know.
Well, I'm not the most uh, well, I'm not the loudest person in the room, or
All right, guys, and don't
any
send Jason anything.
Kevin.
Well, it's kind of late anyway.
Well, yeah, it's almost a week later, but yeah, I celebrate.
I already
Yeah, I
tweeted about it.
celebrated my 30th birthday last Saturday, and yeah, it's a blessing to be making it all the way here and being surrounded by family, friends, and relatively good health. So I'm happy.
All right. Anyways, meant to go. That was a bit of tangent there. Anyway, on February, back to the story. On February 25th, Pokemon Go is getting a head start on the anniversary with Armor and Mewtwo returning to Legendary raids. New Netflix animated movie. I hate when they say that. It's not a Netflix produced thing.
Mm,
It's just on Netflix.
well, I'm gonna look it up.
Unless they help produce the dub or something, but that's the Pokemon company, isn't it?
Well, maybe Netflix commissioned it. You don't know. Uh, I'm look. I'm looking
Who
it up.
knows? Uh, Go players will also find special clones of Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard appearing in the wild, and a clone of Pikachu can also photobomb you when you take a picture of one of your critters. So the clone Pokemon from the movies. Also, Sword and Shield players will learn about a new mythical Pokemon on February
Yeah.
27th. They're not giving any details to what it will be or when it will actually hit the game, but we'll learn these answers soon. On the same day, Sword and Shield will debut new max raid battles featuring Milcery. And then they also have, I believe I can't remember if it's available now or if it just became available this week, but Gigantamax Toxicity.
Hmm.
I forgot if it was available.
Is that speaking to you? Is that like big news? Because I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to Pokemon as of late, so.
No, it's just like, oh, there's a Pokemon that maybe wasn't leaked that we didn't know about.
Okay. I mean, it's cool. It's a new thing. Yay, I guess.
I mean, I'm always happy for more Pokemon stuff.
Yeah, of course.
What you trying to say? Oh, nothing popped up. Alright. So that's cool. Anyways, next story. Kingdom Hearts, this is from Sauramato over at Gamatsu. Kingdom Hearts Project Xehanort, officially titled Kingdom Hearts Dark Road.
Which is probably the easiest to comprehend title in the whole series. In a long one.
Well, besides the numbered ones.
Yeah, of course. Besides the numbered ones, but I mean, people were probably going ham with what the title could be, possibly, but it ended up being Dark Road and kind of anticlimactic, I feel.
It's due out worldwide for iOS and Android this spring. Free-to-play title with in-app purchases. More information about the game will be announced in mid-February, so like, I don't know, next week or something.
I'm hoping.
I'm glad it's free. I'll try it out, because I played what's it called, Union Cross for a little while. It was okay. It wasn't like, I mean, it's a mobile game, so it wasn't amazing, but it was a nice, like, cute little thing. You create your own Keyblade Master thing, so like, whatever. And then next Kingdom Hearts story, this comes from Jenny Lotto over at Siliconera. Kingdom Hearts All-in-One package physically pulls the collection together in March 2020. So it has all the Kingdom Hearts games except
for the Remind DLC.
For the Remind DLC, which I'm guessing they're gonna have all-in-one final mix at the end of the year.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
They'll do it. They'll do it.
I hate when they do this, when they call it an all-in-one package or Ultimate Edition or Definitive Edition and still have DLC that you can buy afterwards. Like,
I already have all the Kingdom Hearts games because I have the story so far and 3, so I'm good.
I mean, don't these companies know how words work anymore?
They just want more Kingdom Hearts money. There are people who will buy every physical version of Kingdom Hearts that comes out.
It bothers me so much. I had it with Tekken when I bought it a few months back or a few weeks back. So I bought Tekken 7, the Ultimate Edition, and I figured, oh, it's the Ultimate Edition, and Ultimate means final. Like, there's nothing above Ultimate. No. What you get is Tekken 7 base game, Season Pass 1 and Season Pass 2, but not Season Pass 3. And I'm like, wow, guys, wow.
You had to wait until the Super Ultimate
so annoyed, edition. But granted, it is a great, or I bought it for a good price, about $30, while it normally goes for $100. So only. It's a good value, but I'm still bummed that I didn't get the third season pass, and I'm especially bummed I didn't get the the add-on to see the frame data because that helps with learning the moves and learning how to play as certain characters or every character for that matter. So yeah, companies stop doing this. Learn how words work.
Oh, and also this all-in-one quote unquote package will be
Which is an excellent
49.99.
price.
It's just yeah, but I just wonder how much they if it had the DLC, I wonder how much more it would be because the DLC by itself is 30 bucks right now, but a lot of people don't feel like it's really worth 30
Uh,
bucks.
well, you know how I feel about these things. Man hours went into this development
Yeah.
costs
Mhm.
money, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people would want to buy this all-in-one collection if it was
But it makes
79.99.
sense because it's like three main
Yeah.
title games, several spin-offs, like seven. Um,
And then the
yeah.
then the
So
movies.
all in all, it's
Uh,
a ridiculous amount of content for the price that it has as is.
it's kind of like if you don't have like if you never if you're catching up and you only have your PS2 copies of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, it's like oh well I could just get these and then I don't have to and like play all the games on a modern console. You don't have to go every which way, go play
Yeah.
the DS ones and the 3DS one and the PSP one and all
Or you
that.
could do what I did and just read the wiki guide, because yeah,
Or that.
because back then I didn't have all the consoles and I definitely did not have enough money to buy all those games. So I ended up just
Yeah.
reading Wikipedia and the fandom wikis.
Yeah, I just had my friends who played the other ones like fill in the gaps and tell me about it. Um, alright, so next story. And this comes from Sal Romano over at Komatsu once again. Wonderful 101 Remastered announced for Switch, PS4, and PC with Kickstarter campaign. And I believe the Kickstarter has, well, it's not. I, it's, it's, it's met most of its
Uh,
stretch goals even after being
if I'm
fully
not
funded.
mistaken, they still have two stretch goals to go. When I last checked a couple of
Yeah,
hours ago, I'm looking it up as we speak.
currently at over 1.2 million in funding as of February 4th. Um, remix soundtracks to the game featuring a secret special get. Regarding platforms other than Switch, PlayStation 4 and PC, the official FAQ now clarifies we are absolutely listening, and if this campaign is successful enough to allow us the flexibility to port the game on additional platforms, we'd love to make it happen,
Yeah,
meaning Xbox.
they're almost at 1.5 million. So they're almost at their penultimate stretch goal as of publication.
Yeah,
That's Lucas' first mission. It's a brand new 2D side-scrolling adventure, and beyond that, at 1.75 million, there's a remixed soundtrack featuring a special guest! Exclamation mark. So yeah, it's well on its way. There are 28 days to go, so I'm guessing they will fully fund this by that time.
well, yeah, because it's supposed
Several
to come out
times
in April,
over.
right?
Yeah. Are you gonna get it or are you gonna back it?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna back it. They have enough money already. I'm gonna get it though for sure because I miss it. I had a Wii U and I missed
So
this.
I'm contemplating on either backing it at the digital level or physical level. That's 36 and 41 respectively. But my only hesitation with getting the physical one is I'm unsure or not confident that they'll find where I live, given that I'm in South America and international companies have trouble locating me as is, as evidenced by my recent woes with Joy-Con drift and my PlayStation dying. So uh, unless unless I can get
Oof.
100% assurance that they know where I live, I'm probably not doing the physical one.
You just need to become the head of all gaming things
Well,
in
you
your
joke,
country.
but I'm legitimately thinking about that. Yeah, because I was
Considering it.
thinking, what if I consolidate all the regional companies under one umbrella and like coordinate efforts regarding hardware and software across the Caribbean or Latin America, and that'll be me. Because the closest PlayStation branch in my area would be the one in Brazil, but A,
Yeah.
I don't live in Brazil. B, I don't speak Portuguese. And C, shipping and handling towards Brazil would probably be a lot more than shipping and handling towards America. So that's a big no.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe someday. um, Next one comes from next story is again about platinum. This comes from Siliconera by Ishan Sadev. I've never seen that name before. Ishan Sadev. Platinum Games launches teaser site for Platinum 4, and this was before the Wonderful 101
Yeah,
Kickstarter was
it's
announced, I
Ishan
believe.
Sadev.
And so there's just a page
Yeah,
with a big
so
4 on
it's
it.
probably pertaining to four announcements or four games. That
Yes, and we have one
Yeah.
is Wonderful 101.
Any guess what the other three would be?
Beautiful
I
Joe
was just about
Remaster
to say that,
Collection.
but yeah, that could be a thing.
Would Capcom allow
Uh,
that?
Unless they're doing anything with it, they'd probably be like, "Hey, we have money now on our own. We could handle development if you just give us the licensing rights." Yeah, just
Yeah,
publish
just
it.
publish it.
We'll fund development ourselves.
I've never played those games, but I've always been curious. And then there was that anime that was dubbed that I watched a little
I
bit
think I
of.
only saw one episode. But yeah, Beautiful Joe is a fan favorite, a darling, uh, and it would be a great opportunity to have it on Switch or other modern consoles or platforms.
Um, and then what do you think the other two
Well,
are?
the next story is about Platinum Games saying they'd like to make Scalebound or continue development of Scalebound if Microsoft allows it, but I don't think.
But I don't think
Yeah,
it's that
I was about to
because
say that.
I don't think
I don't think it's
there's
that either. Um, what else could it be?
they just
No.
re-announced Bayonetta 3. Oh, by the
Well, I
way,
mean, well, no, it's it's Sega that owns the IP rights, I think, and Nintendo is funding
to
publishing, so it's kind of complicated.
oh, I didn't know Sega owns
I
the IP
think they
rights
still
still.
do. Let me check. Bayonetta IP rights. Um, Sega owns publishing rights to Bayonetta as well as the first Bayonetta game. Nintendo owns publishing rights to publishing Bayonetta 2 and 3, meaning they pay Sega to license
Yeah,
the IP.
yeah. Okay, so what about like I've been seeing people say stuff about Mad World being remastered because that thing
Yeah,
stuck back on the Wii.
and
Um,
Kamiya and what's her name again? Ikumi? Is it Ikumi? The Yeah,
Ikumi Nakamura.
they did spark some interest in an Okami sequel.
Yeah,
So maybe it's that, but it's also a Capcom game, so I don't know how likely that is at all. Let's just hope they're bringing out something new.
sequel to
Possible,
Vanquish.
but that's also Sega.
Well, I guess we'll see in time. what the
Yeah,
other
I mean,
three
Platinum
things
has their
are.
hands full with Babylon's Fall, and they already finished development on Grand Blue V-Link, um, and they
Oh,
handed it off
oh, right.
to was it Tencent or let me check. Grand Blue V-Link. Yeah, because they started development, and no, it's not Tencent, it's Games, and they handed off development. They handed off development back to Games.
Ah, um, okay. So, our next story, which we already kind of talked about, Platinum Games would still like to make Scalebound if Microsoft allowed it. This is from DualShockers. I don't know who it's by because, for whatever reason, DualShockers does not put the
It's
author on
probably
here.
uh, like a freelancer.
Okay, but you still credit them.
Yeah, you should. But oh, it is credited. There's a little bit more. Upper
Where do
right
you see
corner,
that?
right below.
Oh, oh, I see. That was weird. That's just a weird place to put it. Um, yeah, so despite being canceled over 3 years ago, see, Platinum Games still wants to work on Scalebound if given the chance.
Yeah, we already discussed it.
Have you seen Kamiya's like original concept for Scalebound, which is actually way different than what it turned
I
out
did,
being?
but I've forgotten most of it.
It's a little closer to like it seemed a little closer to like a Last Guardian / Panther
Mm-hmm.
Dragoon type thing than a whatever it turned into, like a weird Monster Hunter thing.
Well, I mean, they
Um,
could redo it. I'm guessing Microsoft is not too keen on revisiting it, as far as we know. I mean,
yeah, I don't think Microsoft is doing anything with the
or
IP
they're probably retooling it for next gen, maybe. Like
or that.
maybe
Hopefully,
maybe
it comes
maybe
back
Ninja
in
Theory is
some
picking it
form.
up.
Oh god. Um, well, we'll see what happens. Um, I just thought it was interesting because we haven't heard
Mm-hmm.
about this game in a while, and it's like all this platinum news is like, oh, like they actually talked about Scalebound
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. Because so many people were excited for this game, and then it got canceled, and people were not
Well, they
happy.
were excited for it, but as soon as they saw gameplay, they weren't really that impressed by it. I mean, they were interested in the potential of it,
Yeah,
but not impressed by what they saw.
yeah. Um, I liked what I saw. I don't know what you. I don't know what these other people are
It,
talking about.
I looked at it, but it wasn't exciting enough. Um, the world kind of looked bland, in my opinion. Uh,
Yeah, I
kind of
can
by the
agree with that.
numbers fantasy setting, and I did not like the dragon mode the main character goes into. It's like it kind of looks ugly. I'm not liking it. So yeah,
So it needed a
I
bit of
think it needed a
retooling
lot of
anyway.
retooling.
I don't know. Um, anyways, moving on from that, because people don't move on from Scalebound. um, this comes from Silicon Era. This is by Sato. Final Fantasy VII Remake's theme song trailer shows a first look at Red 13 and Cross-Dressing Cloud. Um,
Yeah, I've seen it.
have you seen this? Uh, so with the yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, really
Like
great.
it usually looks great. What do you think about the
Um,
voice cast?
I'm fine with them. I mean,
Well, cause it's different from like the other voice cast, the one for Advent Children and Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
They recasted them.
a lot of CW and Teen Wolf alums. Like, yeah,
Wait, really?
Cody Christian
I didn't
plays
even know
Cloud
that.
Strife, and he was on Teen Wolf, Pretty Little Liars, and he's currently starring in All American on the CW. Um, no,
Was
he
he
was not
Styles?
Styles. That was
Dang it.
what's his name? Dylan Bryan. That was Dylan
He
Bryan.
wasn't.
Yeah, from the
That
game.
was the Maze Runner.
Let's
Um,
see. T.
and Red 13 is by Matthew Mercer, I
I think it's
believe.
Gideon Emery because it was a
Wait,
British
really?
accent he was rocking in the trailer. Let's see.
Red 13? I don't. That didn't sound.
Where is he? Where is he? Uh, oh, the page is taking a bit to load. I'm guessing it's Gideon.
Oh, he's not. He was teasing
Uh-huh.
about it on Twitter. But so it sounds like him. I think. Well, if it's who you said it is, I think it's a great. He's actually like the best replacement for Liam O'Brien, Red 13's previous
Well,
voice.
probably. I mean,
Then again, Liam O'Brien only had like one line in Advent Children
Gideon
anyway.
Emery is a prolific voice actor. He voiced Balthier in Final Fantasy 12. Um, Also played in Teen Wolf. Also played in or starred in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Yeah,
Oh, I've seen this dude before.
he's also in Destiny 2 as Devrim K.
He's also in. Are you kidding me? And you're not even going to include that he was in the Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer video game as Doctor Doom? No.
Let's ignore that. Well, according to IMDb and Wikipedia, he's playing Biggs. So, not Red 13 as I previously thought. No.
Oh,
But,
he's not.
what else is
He's
interesting?
Biggs.
Erica
Yeah, so he's
Lindbeck
Biggs.
is in it. She's playing Jessie. Tyler Hecklin, the C.
Erica Lindbeck has been getting a lot of work lately.
Yeah,
She's
she's
been on
doing
like everything.
great work. Tyler Hecklin, the CW Superman, is playing Sephiroth.
So you think there are going to be a bunch of pieces about the cross-dressing part
Like
when
think
the game comes
pieces?
out?
Probably,
Yeah.
but it's also something that was present in the original game, so I don't know how newsworthy it is. It's like the way
I think it will be interesting how they
because
do it this time around.
or at least from what I can tell, they're introducing new story elements. Because Cloud's fighting a soldier, I do not recognize from the original game. So
Mm.
yeah, there's probably more to the world than we previously thought. Also, I think Twinfinite has a good article on Eris, her voice actors reacting to the trailer. So shout out to Twinfinite for now.
Oh yeah, I saw that in my YouTube feed. Hold on.
Erroll is tending to dogs, I'm guessing. Dogs on his end. I'm also hearing dogs on my end. I'm guessing you can also hear them barking. We are so sorry for this. I mean, we should probably put elevator music. You know, Muzak. That could help. I mean, I'm just spitballing here. Vamping, really. Probably easier to vamp while on camera. I mean, yeah, I was vamping,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I heard. I still have my headset on. I just turned the mic off. I put music in the background every time. Oh God, why did he start?
I mean,
That one doesn't usually bark either.
let's just chalk it up to background noise.
I
Is
don't
he
know why
seeing a
he's doing
ghost?
that. Maybe.
No, okay.
Okay, now he's shut up. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah. So the Final Fantasy, blah blah blah. We got a bunch of red 13s outside.
Yeah.
Although not really, he's a bit more of a lion. But anyway. um. So
Yep.
yeah, that we were kind of done with that story, huh? All right, so I'm excited for that game. Comes out April 10th, right? Probably on here.
Okay.
Yes, April 10th. And I saw an article that says its exclusivity was until April 2020. Its PS4 exclusivity
Yeah.
was until April 2021.
As first mentioned by 2022.
Okay, so this next story actually comes from GameSpot, which we don't use a lot. I wish we used them more because it's one of my favorite sites. I know a lot of great people over there. This is from our friend of the show, Michael Hyam. So Final Fantasy XIV patch 5.2 summary, another massive content drop coming February 18th. So they're adding story, side quests, boss battles, including Ruby Weapon from Final Fantasy VII.
It's not
Another story
uncommon
dungeon
for Final Fantasy 14 to do this with their big patches. So it's impressive what they're able to accomplish with this game, and the quality is so consistent. And many have been calling this the best Final Fantasy in the series.
Wow.
A lot of people in my feed are ready to back up that claim, and I wish I could back up that claim because I have no PS4, and even if I had a PS4, my account is locked from accessing any sort of content. So, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So, yeah.
But, you know what? I'm thinking about playing.
What made you make the jump, or want to make the jump?
I've just kept hearing about it. I have, friends from GameSpot that play it. A friend from college had been playing it and has been meaning to get back into it so he can, show me the ropes a bit. And also, something that was also announced today. Oh my
god. Let the dog go. Let the dog go.
They don't usually do this. I don't know why they're doing this.
It'll make for a fun anecdote at our 100th anniversary.
If we make it that far. Oh, are they talking to mine? No. What I was saying was, because I have friends that play it, friends that want to get back into it, or that want to get back into it, and also because today the Fan Fest, the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest was announced, and one of them is in my neighborhood.
Are you going?
In November, once tickets go up, yeah, I'll go. Because we've been getting more stuff, we usually have Comic-Con. I don't want to get, I'm sure I'm not going to get doxxed, it's fine.
You'll be fine.
we have, I mean, I already got, that E3 leak already happened, so nothing happened, so we're good. Nobody wants to come and hurt me because of my controversial opinions on
Monster games?
on Monster. Yeah, sure, whatever. um, Anyways, yeah, because we have TwitchCon there now, and we're just getting more conventions. And it's funny because there's
Mhm.
it's such a big convention center, and things that aren't Comic Con take up
Yeah.
so little of the space. It's really funny. But yeah, I'm curious to start it, and I'm gonna play it on PC. I'm gonna try to play it on PC instead of PS4 because my PS4 has been having problems,
Oh,
like
okay.
internet
Well,
problems, not
well,
not
it,
your
it
level.
I mean, it's an online game, and if you played it on PC, wouldn't it stand to reason they'd be having the same issues?
No, because my PC gets the internet way better than my
Do you
PS4
have the
does.
launch PS4?
No, no, but
Oh,
not
the
that
second
much
one,
newer than that.
uh, the matte black one. So I'm guessing you don't have the updated Wi-Fi chip. Yeah.
No. Although I always hear the PS4 Wi-Fi chips aren't that good in general
The
anyway.
first two versions, no. The second or the third version, and so the Slim PS4 and the PS4 Pro do have updated Wi-Fi chips, as far as.
Oh, I thought they weren't that much better.
Um, well, every little bit helps. Let's just put it like that.
All right. Oh, good. They finally. Again, I apologize for the dogs in the background. I think they finally
They
settled
found a
down.
squirrel.
Only one of them would chase that. The other one would not care. Um. All right. So the
Wow.
squirrel would probably be bigger than him,
Wow.
than the one chasing him. um. But all right. So next story, and I should have switched these around too. I'm switching these around just so you know. Um. So this is from Saurmano
Mm-hmm.
over at Gamatsu again. Phantasy Star Online 2. So we're still in the MMO
Mm-hmm.
world. North American PC version coming to Steam. So, the online manual for the North American release of Phantasy Star Online 2 confirms that the PC version will be available via Steam in addition to Windows 10. We don't know when, but there is the closed beta on Xbox One from February 7th to the 9th. In Japan, it's available on PS4, Switch, PC, PS Vita. I don't think anybody plays it on the
You
Vita, even over there.
promise.
But uh, the PlayStation 4, Switch, and PS Vita versions have not been confirmed for Western release. I don't think the Vita version will. But I'm very excited to play Phantasy Star Online 2. I'm kind of disappointed that the closed beta is
Mm-hmm.
Xbox only. It's a
Well,
little weird.
Microsoft had it at
Um,
the was it the E3 or what conference was?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
at
okay.
E3
So
2019. It said.
Microsoft is probably pushing the marketing, so it stands to reason that they kind of want to give Xbox a leg up, um, but that it's not being done simultaneously as with PC is kind of baffling.
And yeah, it's kind of I don't know. But we'll get it eventually, so that's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're getting it at all. I'll definitely play it because I used to play Phantasy Star
yeah.
Universe, and I
That
think I've
I
mentioned that
played
before.
Phantasy Star Online
Um,
on the GameCube.
oh yeah. Our next story is still about Phantasy Star Online 2, and it's getting a Zoids Wild collaboration. So you get a custom Wild Liger kit and limited costumes. This is
Mm-hmm.
probably only in Japan. I doubt it's coming here, but I always like the Zoid series
The
and their
Zombies
designs,
are kind
so I
of
think it's just a
a
cool.
thing here or in the West. Um, yeah, but probably not as popular as in Japan.
Yeah, and Um,
Sure.
hold on.
So this is me vamping again. Um, Pretty crazy because Zoids was on TV here in South America. Well, I mean, it's not that crazy because we do get like anime or other like international shows. Not international shows, but shows from abroad. Um, I think I saw a couple of episodes of Zoids. It seemed cool enough. Like mecha, animal mecha. I mean, mecha of any variety is cool. Well, that's not true. Because I don't really like the Zaku mecha. That one eye freaks me out. Yeah. Speaking of mecha, well, it's the next story, so I'll keep you teased with that information. But it's a relatively new mecha game, so you should know what I'm talking about. I hope you know what I'm talking about. You better know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm hoping Erroll did not drop kick the dogs or muzzle the dogs. Did he put the dogs in the hyperbolic unit?
They're back in the house now. I don't know why my sister-in-law put them outside.
Dogs need fresh air too.
Anyways. No, it was for whatever dumb reason when there was no reason to put them outside.
They're animals. Sure, they need freedom.
But yeah, I know, but they like being in the house. Anyway.
Yeah.
Where it's warmer. Anyway, yeah, so the weird thing about Zoids is when we got the dub here, they aired two of the series in like a reverse order. So New Century was aired here before Chaotic Century. It's kind of funny that they aired. They thought like, oh well, this one will be more popular because it's the one that's more well, not Gundam, yeah, Gundam-y, because it's more about like the battles than the Chaotic Century, which was more about the adventure. But you know, you can check those out. Zoids is cool. I think I used to have an action figure of one of the Ligers. This armor looks pretty cool too. I mean, it looks kind of ridiculous, but it also looks cool. Next story.
Tease the listeners.
Is yes. Damon X. Is it Damon X Machina or Damon Cross Machina?
I'm guessing both are applicable.
Whatever. Damon X Machina coming to PC on February 13th. So this was a kind of surprise. So, because it first launched for Switch in September 2019, it's coming to PC via Steam on February 13th. Publisher XC Games announced. It will be $59.99, 10% off discount during launch week. Exclusive bonuses are pre-order bonuses such as Arsenal Mech, character outer suits, and weapon set. Adds visual upgrades, customization options, and support for gamepads as well as keyboard and mouse. Other than some licensed downloadable content, the PC release will ship with all the content updates from the Switch version. So that was just a cool surprise. I played the demo and I didn't really like it that much, but maybe now that it's on Steam, I'll play it sometime down the line, somewhere down the line.
I think you saw my freak out moment about last year when they announced Eureka 7 skins for Damon X Machina, because the character or the mecha designer for Damon X Machina is the same one as for Eureka 7. So that's the connection. But yeah, it's
excuse me, I think you mean Eureka 7?
This is a cool surprise. It's probably not doing so hot on Switch, so Marvelous.
No, but the people who like it
Yeah,
just
it's a
seem to
pretty
like it
niche
enough.
corner of gaming. Those who like mecha really like mecha and are able to overlook its many flaws. Um, but yeah, it's probably not doing so well on Switch, so it making its way to PC via Steam is a good thing. Um, I'm hoping
Yeah.
they sell well enough to get a sequel where they improve on the fundamentals. Because I also played the first demo and I liked it a bit, not a lot, because it was really rough around the edges and it needed a lot of work. So they redid that and put out a new demo, and not too long after that, the final version of the
Yeah.
game. So I still have to like dip my toes into that and see if it's worthwhile. But yeah, for everyone else, good news. It's coming to Switch. Steam, sorry.
I didn't like the
You
new
did?
demo that much either. So I was just kind of like, maybe it's
Okay.
just not for me. That kind of thing, you know? That's really my experience with it. Love the
I
artwork,
felt the
though.
colors were a bit
Um,
drab, but no, that's just me. Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah, design-wise, they were
design-wise.
cool.
Characters and mechs. Um, the next story is Sauromono over at Gamatsu, and this is just a quick one. Code Vein sales top 1 million, which I don't know. Code Vein has sold over 1 million copies worldwide. Bandai Namco announced. Is that I don't know whether that's good
Anything
or
that sells a
bad,
million is good.
but I'm just like, because like when Code Vein came out, it seemed to be written off pretty quickly. I was like, it's okay anime Dark Souls.
Um, well,
Um,
when I played the demo, I wasn't that much impressed with it. I found it a bit too easy.
I mean, I don't know. See, that's why I'm surprised. I thought more people were,
Well,
but I
the
guess a lot of
character
people like it.
designs are pretty cool looking. The anime aesthetic is also appealing, and the soundtrack is really good, from what I can tell. Oh, from that little bit I've heard.
Uh, the God Eater team
Yeah.
has pretty cool designs for stuff, so I'm not that surprised. Um, I'm definitely picking it up once all the DLC is out and they have a
Definitive
whatever
edition.
edition.
Definitive edition.
Yeah, yeah. So no, Darksiders. but and the first of the 3 DLCs just launched last week, and then we're getting 2 more. I believe in early 2020, so I'm guessing this
Mm-hmm.
month or next month, or probably I wouldn't be surprised if it was this month and next month, and then that's it, and then the full edition comes
Probably
out
around
sometime later
July.
this year, something like that. Um, so congratulations to Code Vein, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Um, next story, and I know I'm kind of
Yeah.
blazing through these, but
Well,
I mean, well, that
we're
last one was a
like
short one,
at
to be
one
honest.
hours. 1 hour, sorry.
Yeah, we're a little behind on time because of the dogs. But dang it. Um, so this is from US Gamer by Matthew Olson. Sony isn't talking PlayStation 5 pricing yet, partially because
Yeah.
Xbox isn't showing its hand either.
I think this is because Microsoft is putting out two consoles, as rumored, a Series X and probably a Series S, unless they change it in the next few months. But Sony's probably aiming for something somewhere down the middle, um, so as not to seem overpriced, but at the same time not as inferior to whatever Microsoft is putting out there.
Uh, yeah, and I don't know, because the PlayStation 5 still hasn't been fully revealed yet. I mean, the Xbox Series X hasn't been fully
Reveal.
revealed, but it's been revealed.
Um,
Yeah. So, and Sony's not gonna be at E3, so which I think we covered in our
Yeah.
first or
Well,
second
I, I,
episode.
I
Um,
predicted that we'd probably see something by Sony around E3. Um, they, even if they're not part of E3, they're still the most talked about thing at E3. So imagine what they could do with an event right before E3 or right after E3. Um,
yeah, didn't Greg Miller
uh,
predict that it would probably be in May once Last of Us 2
mm,
comes out,
yeah, probably,
or
but
like
I'm
around the
guessing
time?
more around the time of E3. But we'll definitely know by the end of the year.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah, because it'll be out by then. um, yeah, so it's just interesting with pricing stuff, like, because people are worried, like, maybe it'll cost more, or like, and then there's this, again, the coronavirus could affect
Yeah,
next-gen hardware
it's
production.
possible.
It's possible. There have been a couple
It's
articles
possible,
about that.
but yeah, it's so far away. I'm guessing the initial run will probably be a few million. Um, Not that I'm saying that it's easy to produce that many, but uh, yeah, I'm thinking the coronavirus will have been settled down or blown over by that time. I'm hoping, at least.
Yeah, let's hope so. That's when you said so far away, I was gonna be like, I was about to be like, but if you want to know what's coming to the
Yeah,
mom
no,
and graph shops today,
probably not wise to do that during
Games
the
Daily.
coronavirus.
It's fine. um, so
Hmm.
next article. uh, and this I thought this was just kind of funny. So knock on wood. But even Super Smash Bros. Boss Sakurai agrees it
Hmm.
has too many Fire Emblem characters. Quote, I don't choose the fighters.
Well, he doesn't choose them all. I'm guessing more. Well, that's more the case. But these DLC characters were already set in stone. So
Yeah. Since these things were already
yeah,
decided, so we move forward. The
yeah.
things I
So
should
he's
be
not
thinking about are elsewhere.
really too concerned about this. Fire Emblem is his favorite franchise, as has been mentioned many times before. Um, but yeah, I'm guessing he's more worried about balancing the game and having characters actually work within the game. Uh, but yeah, Nintendo
Yeah.
isn't unaware of criticism, so I'm guessing they'll course correct with Fighters Pass 2. Um, I mean, I don't imagine how many,
Though
probably,
they're already all
but I'm
decided
also
too.
but I'm also not sure how
They
many
said
more
that.
Fire Emblem characters you could add without it turning into Fire Emblem and Nintendo characters in a fighting game.
Yeah, I don't know. Just put you gotta put in Gino. No, he already
Well,
has a
yeah,
I'm
he
sure he already
does.
has a V
And Geno is
costume.
kind of difficult because that's wrapped up in Square Enix legalese, and and Square Enix hasn't really been
That's
forthcoming
true.
with much in terms of music and characters for Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, Cloud is the only one so far, and he has a handful of tracks added to the collection. Compared to Terry Bogard or all the other characters who have so much love and attention given to them. So yeah, um, I'm not holding my breath for Gino. I'm probably looking forward to other characters. Don't know who, but yeah. No. Well,
Master Chief.
well, Nintendo's been cozying up to Microsoft, so it's not out of the realm of possibilities. But Sakurai has said it would be a character that has its origins in video games, so no Goku. Um,
No Goku. Well, we already have Lucario. He's Blue Furry Goku.
Okay, more or
He's
less
voiced by
Goku
Sean
then.
Schemmel.
But well, we just said probably no Square Enix characters, but I am hoping for Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I'm hoping for
Um,
Sora too.
it would be great to see Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza. Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, short tangent,
Um.
but people have been petitioning or really rallying behind Kazuma Kiryu being added to Tekken 7. And Harada, the
Yeah.
executive producer of the Tekken series, relayed that message to the Bandai Namco board, I guess. And they said there'd be a better chance of you, Harada, showing up in Tekken than Kazuma Kiryu. Which I find so hilarious and so wild. But yeah, Kazuma Kiryu is a much beloved character.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Um. Okay, next story is Neo 2 won't be blunting its difficulty. This is actually a preview by Martin Robinson
Mm-hmm.
over at Eurogamer, but I thought it was just interesting because
Yeah,
you like Neo 2,
yeah.
or you like the first one.
It's a meaty
So like,
preview by Eurogamer, who does excellent work. And they're talking a bit about the game, how it plays, and what's different in comparison to the first one. They did say they added a bit more variety in terms of enemies. And they have mentioned that they are rebalancing the difficulty, not so much in terms of lowering it or making it too easy, but making it fair when combating enemies, which is a sigh of relief for me because I like my Soulsborne games and I like my difficulty, but I also like my fairness in that difficulty. So yeah, and also related to Neo 2, I think it was in an interview with IGN where Team Ninja has said that they are interested in a new Ninja Gaiden game, or they're keeping their ears to the ground and they know people are wanting it. So maybe a Ninja Gaiden announcement soon, hopefully. Please, pretty please. Yeah.
maybe. Um, I honestly have nothing to say about Neo 2.
Did
I just put that
you
in for
pick
you.
it up for PlayStation Plus?
No. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think I have it in my library,
Give
but
it
I
a
haven't
try. It's
downloaded
not
it
as
or
brutal
anything.
as say Dark Souls or Sekiro. Um,
I mean, I beat
wow,
Bloodborne and Dark
brag
Souls
much.
3, so I'm not bragging.
I'm
I
teasing
didn't
you.
beat
I'm
it
teasing you.
completely by myself.
No, but give it a shot. You might like it.
Alright. And this next story comes from Twinfinite. It's just a short thing. Persona 5 Scramble gets
Mm-hmm.
Japanese demo for Nintendo Switch, also PS4. And those are already out today. So if you have a Japanese Nintendo account
Mm-hmm.
or a Japanese PS4 account, which are really easy to make, you can find a guide online. You can download those demos. I need to do that, or once if my PS4
Mm.
can connect back to the internet, so I can try
Well,
those.
yeah, I'll just wait till the English demo is out because as much as I like Persona, I also like reading what I'm doing.
I'm sure the English demo will be out probably relatively soon. I mean, there was just a preview event for Persona 5 Royal and
I'm
Persona 5
I'm get
Scramble in
I'm
LA
guessing
like
either
a day or two
next
ago.
month or the month thereafter.
Yeah, something like that. Uh So yeah,
Yeah.
go get those demos. Um, this next story, I again put in for you because I need to ask you about this. So, the Mega Man Zero slash ZX Legacy Collection leaves out
Mm-hmm.
one potentially wonderful extra. This is from
US
Nadia
game.
Oxford over
Yeah.
at US Gamer, UF Gamer. So there's something about what was it? It was
Well,
many of the pieces that illustrate the Mega Man Zero
mm-hmm.
CD soundtracks and radio dramas. Some of the CD soundtrack images are
Mm-hmm.
preset, while others are MIA. 2006 calendar. Um, where was the thing? Yeah, there was something about humans and
Mm-hmm.
Reploids getting into relationships or something. And I was like, wait, was that
Uh,
a thing?
yes. I mean, it's a bit foggy in my memory, but that was the thing.
I mean, what I'm asking is like, wait, Reploids are fully robots, right?
I mean, they're
Are
not
they cyborgs?
cyborgs. They're androids. Uh,
Yeah, so they're not part human or anything. They're just
yeah.
robots that they're humanoid
But they're
robots.
more or less capable of being humane. If that makes sense. Like, it's it's it's
Human,
splitting
they
hairs at
have
this
human
point. It's
emotions.
it's a robot that looks like a human and acts like a human. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. So, I
But
mean,
Reploids don't eat, right?
I don't think the Mega Man lore is that deep, or
It was just something I thought about. I'm like, well, if they're with humans, they can't reproduce because they're robots. So I'm all like thinking all this like weird
but I'm
stuff for
pretty
some
sure they
reason
can
just because of this
make baby
article.
robots. I mean, there are ways around it. Don't worry too much. Yeah, don't question it. I
Don't
mean,
question it.
I'm pretty sure
Just go with it.
the Mega Man Zex and Zero collection won't be adding a dating sim to the games.
I just thought it was interesting, just taking out
I mean,
certain lore and stuff.
probably,
But maybe
or
they figured they
they
didn't need it.
revisited the things that were included, or like, okay, I mean, are we gonna follow this up, or are we gonna do anything with this? No, yes, probably not. Let's just leave it for what it is.
Okay, moving on to the next story. We got to get through these because we don't
No.
have all that much time left. Um, CyberConnect 2 president Hiroshi Matsuyama asked. Oh, this is from Silicon Era by Sato, but President Hiroshi Matsuyama asked
Mm-hmm.
students about consoles and manga. The reason I added this is because CyberConnect 2 they worked on the Dot Hack series and they worked on the
Mm-hmm.
Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm series. So I'm like, that's interesting that he's asking about manga and consoles. So I wonder if they're trying to see what manga is popular and they want to try to make a game for a specific, for whatever the most popular console is.
Probably. I mean, if it's that, it would probably be a One Piece game, or a My Hero Academia game, or a Black Clover game. Um,
He asked the fourth graders his own question. They all have smartphones, including iPads.
yeah,
They all, oh my god.
it,
So So this says when he asked what do you own, they
yeah,
say 99% of them had Switches, 10% had PS4s, and 90%
yeah.
had
Because in
smartphones or smart
Japan, or at
devices.
least in the larger areas, there's not a lot of space, so people like to keep their living quarters as tidy as possible without cluttering with. And
And
they also play on
they
commute,
play on the train.
and the Switch. the Vita,
I
the
do that too.
PSP, or mobile phones are perfect for that. So maybe CyberConnect is looking towards transitioning to being a Switch only or a mobile only studio? Question mark. Um, I mean, they've had great success with console games, but I'm guessing they're rethinking their strategy towards the future. And
Yeah, and then he asked what manga do you read, and the number
oh,
one was
it's
Demon
so
Slayer. I
good.
still need to
It's
watch that.
so good.
Uh, but it's
Um,
funny because that's the only
I mean,
specific one. And then the other ones were just the magazines themselves. It said Jump, Koro Koro, and Chow.
I
I
don't
don't know
know
what
that one
Chow
either.
is.
But Demon Slayer would be cool, but yeah, I mean,
Only two students read Jump.
if you
That's kind of
if you
interesting.
if you think about certain anime
At, at,
or manga, they don't really lend themselves towards full game experiences. They're either
at least
well,
not something that like
when you're
CyberConnect
talking about a
2 would
shonen game,
probably make.
shonen action game, or shonen action manga, it's usually them fighting
Yeah,
against another person for multiple chapters or episodes.
I mean, look, you could make
It was,
Death Note wasn't Shonen Jump, right? You could make
yeah.
a Death Note visual novel.
I
I don't
mean,
think
uh,
CyberConnect 2 would do that, but
Ashura's
I'm
Wrath was
saying it's
more
a
or less a
thing that could
visual
be
novel with a
made.
lot of punching.
Oh, man, I forgot about that game.
Uh, so yeah,
That game was
I'm
awesome.
guessing. Well, it's not a really representative study he conducted. Like he went to one school, and one school is really not enough to get the data on. Was it two?
No, he went to two
Well, two
schools, it
schools
says.
is still not enough.
It
I'm hoping.
No, he might be going to other ones. Um, because only 50% of this other one owns smartphones. That's kind of surprising. Oh no, I guess in Japan they do still have some younger students might just have flip phones or whatever for like emergencies. Um, but that's. I just thought it was like an interesting thing. I'm like, well, they must be planning something,
Well, they
or
have a
like
good
looking at new
relationship
things to make.
with Shonen Jump. So
Uh huh.
yeah, they're free from the burden of developing Final Fantasy VII. So you're probably for the next big thing.
Yeah.
Um, Demon Slayer could be cool. I'm hoping more of an RPG than a, let's say, fighting game, like a Sekiro style RPG where you choose your Demon Slayer and you go on missions and you use your abilities to slay demons. Um, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of just want to move on to the next
All
story
right,
now.
okay.
We've been talking about this enough. We'll see what I make. Um, Next story is Dragon Quest gets its own tactics game with Dragon Quest Tact for smartphones. Yeah, reach the quota. What's up? um, Anyway, Square Enix announced Dragon Quest Tact as a new tactical RPG for smartphones in Japan in 2020. Uh, I think there was a
Uh,
game like this before, or no, a screen was shown of it, but it wasn't
uh,
named yet, or something. Something similar.
mm,
Anyways, it's only in Japan for now. It's a free-to-play title with microtransactions. Um, if it gets localized, I'm gonna try
okay.
it.
Then you report back, because I'm not really for
I just thought it was interesting that they're just going all in on Dragon Quest
well,
recently.
yeah. I mean, it's a good franchise, and
So many things.
I'm hoping to get back to Dragon Quest 11 if I ever find the time. Uh,
Maybe we can get a worldwide Dragon Quest fan fest like Final Fantasy 14
Maybe.
has someday. Um. All right. So next story is from Anime News Network. It's from
Yeah.
Crystalline Hodgkins, and you put this one up here. Legend of Heroes Zero no Kiseki Kai game launches on April 30th, 23rd, and Legend of Heroes Ao no Kiseki Ao
Yeah.
no Kiseki Kai launches on May 28th. And these are
Yeah.
these are
So they
ports to
were
the PS4, right?
originally on the PSP, I'm guessing. Yeah, and then they were ported to
Yes.
Vita, PS4, and Windows. It is the second arc, also called the Crossbell arc, in the Trials, or in the Legend of Heroes metaverse. That starts with Trails in the Sky, Trails Crossbell arc, and Trails of Cold Steel. That's been picking up in popularity recently. And yeah, the Crossbell arc, the second part of the metaverse, hasn't been localized to the West yet. So it being ported to the PS4 is a good indicator that it might make its way to the States and all the other regions relatively soon, I'm hoping. And there's also a fourth series coming up, as mentioned in the article. So Legend of Heroes, yeah, Legend of Heroes is
Oh,
really
Trails of the
doing good
Beginning.
work and picking up steam. Hopefully, we'll see more of this series soon.
Yeah, localizations and stuff. They're just pumping out these
Well,
games.
these
This
games
is like
have
the
existed
Atelier stuff.
since 2004. And most of them have been available in um, one version or another. So they're available to be localized. And they have localized the Trails in the Sky and most of the Trails of the Cold Steel series. Part 4 being the one that's still on its way. I'm guessing either the end of this year or somewhere next year. And that just leaves the Trails of Crossbell arc games up for grabs.
Mm. Um. Yeah. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. Um. Our next story and last story is from Gamatsu. Sal
Mm-hmm.
Romano wrote this piece once again. Fairy Tale game delayed to June 25th in Europe and Japan, June 26th in North America, no longer due out in mid-March. Publisher Koei Tecmo and Gust have delayed the Fairy Tale game from its previously announced March 19th release date to June 25th in Europe and Japan and June 26th in North America. It will be available for PS4, Switch, and PC via Steam. There's a message from the producer. I'm truly sorry for Fairy Tale's delay and the inconvenience caused to our fans, partners, and stakeholders looking forward to this title. Please allow us to take further time to polish the game to ensure it's as high quality as possible so we can offer you a truly immersive experience. We will be working hard to enhance the magic effects, event scene effects, improving the game balance, and more. We will talk about the improvements in more detail in the coming months. This delay will allow us to assure we provide you a much more satisfying game. Thank you for your understanding. See, I like how transparent they are. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, we're gonna be working on this, 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 and this, and we'll tell you more later, and we'll tell you what we improved. Because I don't feel like anybody looking at the Fairy Tale game was like, oh, it looks terrible. Well, some people were saying the towns look kind of lifeless, which can be a problem in big
Yeah.
open world anime games in general.
Well, to me, it looks fine. I'm I'm looking forward to it. I was a big fan of the manga and the anime, but because life got in the way, I didn't end up finishing any of it. So yeah, that's true.
Well, the
Or
anime's finished
it's
now.
nearing its end. Very sure the
No,
manga
it's
is
it's
finished. I know
finished.
that.
Yeah, the manga's finished. The
Mm,
anime just finished a couple months ago, I
let
believe.
me check. Yeah.
Because there is a sequel manga being written by
I think it's
somebody
also
else.
written by Hiro Mashima, the sequel manga, the 100 year arc. Let's see, let's see,
Yeah, the
let's see,
hundred
let's see,
year
let's
one.
see. Anime. List of fairy tale episodes, season 9. Yeah, it finished.
You're on
It
Wikipedia,
run
aren't
in
you?
September.
Yeah, so I know it finished a while ago. It kind of got well, it never got it never really turned into Naruto or Bleach. The ending still felt kind of unsatisfying, but that's just because the fairy tale was always about Nakama
All,
power, the power of friendship.
all
So it's
shonen
kind of
anime
like, well, what
is
did you
about
expect?
Nakama power.
I know, but it's not like there are ways to do it where it's not like everything is solved purely by that. There's like other factors. There are different
Yeah,
ways to do it. There are better ways to do it. Um, but again, Fairy Tail wasn't bad. There were some things that I wish they had
mhm,
gone like a little deeper into detail with. But otherwise, like the one thing I like about Fairy Tail, how it has so many characters,
mhm.
and it's hard for me to pick a favorite.
Well, it's easy for
So
me
I just have
because
like a whole
I'm
list.
pretty basic in that. So Natsu was my favorite. Or Natsu Dragon, the one with the
Uh
fire powers.
oh, so just the main character. Yeah, like I'm like okay, Jalal, Cobra,
Well, Gray is also cool
probably
with his ice powers.
Loxus.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gajil,
how could I forget Gajiel?
Ursa Scarlet, Happy. I mean, there are plenty of. Hey, that's a cool cat,
Happy,
okay?
come
He
on.
is a cool cat. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure Panther Lily is cooler. um, anyways, yeah. We didn't really have a main topic, and we're just
I do
about out
have
of
I do
time
have a couple of
because there was
questions to
so much
ask you if you want
news.
to
Which,
dive into that.
okay, we still haven't been confirmed for Spotify
Uh,
anyway, so
well, I just
yeah,
saw
whatever.
the Sominum files. Yeah, the Sominum files is on sale on Switch, and as you have been playing it before, I was wondering, is it worth it?
Um, well, the thing about that is I've barely
Mm-hmm.
played it. I'm still at the very beginning of the game,
Okay. Well,
so I
there's
couldn't
also a
tell you.
demo available, so I might like
Yeah, try the demo.
the
I'd say
Zero
try the
Escape
demo. Have
games.
you played the
No,
Zero
but
Escape
I have
games?
played Danganronpa, so
Before you play
I mean,
you should
it's
probably
not gonna
play the
be
Zero Escape games.
related.
No, it's just getting used to what Uchikoshi does. And also the Zero Escape games are really good.
Yeah.
Especially the first two.
Oh no,
Um,
and the second
was that your only
question would
question?
be, since I'm out of a PlayStation 4, uh, and with next gen coming up, would you think it's advisable to get a current gen console, or just wait and save up money for next gen?
Depends on, well, for me personally, I don't know why we're talking about this on the podcast itself, but but for me personally,
Mhm.
I don't get consoles at launch. I wait until like the second
Like,
revision, like not the
have
pro,
them get
but
all the
like
kinks out and.
the yeah, get a couple of the kinks worked out. Um, it depends on how
Mhm.
badly you want a PS4 again, but of course, if you get a PS4, then you might have to wait a little longer to get a PS5 because both are kind of a lot of money, especially for your country, and you have to
Yeah.
pay for
I mean,
shipping and
if I
all that.
import it, because the local shop will be selling it as well. But if I would be importing it, I'm probably looking at $50 extra, um, which is doable. I mean, I don't really have a great need to play my PlayStation or a PlayStation. I do miss my games, and I have 200 or 300, around 300 games in my library. Um, it sucks because a few of them were for review, and I can't get to them now.
You know what? We can do, since we're already over time, we can do the main topic. Since
Sure.
it has to do with this next gen stuff anyway. So you picked this
Yeah.
as our dream next gen announcement. And one of mine is rumored, and it's just for PlayStation. I don't know what happened to my brain there. PlayStation. um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so for PlayStation 5, backwards compatibility with all games. I mean, not all games, but all PlayStation stuff, which has been rumored.
Mm-hmm.
We're not sure how that would work, but it's just because PS4 really dropped the ball on the
Mm-hmm.
PS2 and PS4 games. So much so that that section of the
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation Store on PS4 doesn't even exist anymore. They want you to ignore it. You have to search for the game specifically. I'm working on an article about level 5, and I was trying to find Dark Cloud,
On the
and
PlayStation
it just did
Store?
not want me to find it.
I
I found
mean,
it though. Yeah.
I mean, on the website it's
They're
pretty
trying to bury those
accessible.
PS2 games. I don't know. Maybe it's on because it was on the PS4. It's just the fact that there's no PS2 on PS4 section anymore to make it easier. It's just kind of
Uh,
like they just kind of forgot about that. And I would love to be able to play like PS1, PS2, PS3 games,
Do you mean in
PS
terms of
PS4
backwards
obviously.
compatibility?
But yeah, because that's the one thing that I'm like, well, I could be getting an Xbox next gen. Well, if I can, I'll probably get both because Xbox
Yeah.
is supposed to have full backwards compatibility, right? And there are some Xbox games that I've been wanting to play,
Mm-hmm.
like Blue Dragon and
Okay.
Rare Replay.
Yeah, I get you. Well, let's see. What would be my dream announcement? What would be my dream announcement?
It doesn't have to be like a console thing.
Probably
It
a
can be a
third
game
game
too.
by the
But
Dream Team. Like uh, the team behind Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, making a third game. Um, yeah.
that would be hard to do. You have
I
to get all
mean,
those people back together.
Sakaguchi is also not very keen on console games these days. I'd like to see what was the game he made for Wii. Uh, let's see. There was the RPG he made for Wii. What was it again? The Last Story. I mean, I'd like to see that come
Oh yeah,
to
I remember that.
any new. Yeah.
Other
Maybe something new
platforms.
in the Baten Kaito series. Skies of Arcadia would be cool.
Yes, that.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I'm not really picky. Uh,
It's like anything that's
yeah,
stuck on a platform and hasn't seen a re-release in a long time. I would love to see like a
yeah.
remake or remaster
Uh,
of.
I mean, Lost Odyssey has been stuck on 360. I mean, I think it's backwards compatible, maybe. But that would be good on next gen console. But as for, I mean, a really, really new thing, what would I want? What would I want? I'm guessing if well, it's not really Japanese developed, but Japanese related. a third entry in the Rise of Ninja series by Ubisoft. Uh, do you know that the open? No,
I
but
mean,
it's a
ninjas are
it was a
Japanese.
Naruto game series on Xbox. Yeah,
Oh, right. I remember that.
it was
That looked pretty
impressive in
impressive
terms
back
of
in the day.
scale, and what they were trying to do. Like they were trying to make a world that felt like the world of the anime. Um, I mean, the Ultimate Ninja series also did it, but it felt kind of hollow in comparison
They
because it was
tried to,
more
yeah, it was
like
weird.
set dressing for you to jump
Yeah.
around and do stuff, not really be a part of the world. So that, and it was kind of cool how they did the chakra
Yeah.
system in the Rise of a Ninja, where you hold down the triggers and use the thumbsticks to make hand seals. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, I'm hoping.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool. I mean, maybe I would it be like a Boruto game at that point? But then again,
Well,
Naruto's just not
it's
as
still
popular
pretty
as it was
popular.
back
I
then.
mean, the
Yeah, but back then
yeah,
it
that's
was like
true.
it's
So
at its
I don't know.
peak. That's why
I
Western
thought
developer
it
was
was
handling.
announced or slated
um,
on a release calendar, but I just never heard anything about the third game ever again.
Maybe they just moved on. I don't know. I don't remember hearing about that. Um, yeah, there's a lot of people are saying there have been problems with these like anime
Mm-hmm.
open world. I mean, I don't know how open
Rise of a
Rise of the
Ninja
Ninja was.
was relatively
Um,
open. Like you could explore the whole of Konoha, and there'd be like extra sections you could go to explore. They were decently sized. I mean, you could.
because people have been saying like World Seeker and Kakarot are just kind of like, well, it's good for the nostalgia or whatever, but
Yeah,
otherwise
cause
it's just
that's
kind of
that's what I
not
was
all that
also
great.
getting at with the CyberConnect story. Like you could adapt a manga or an anime into a game, but um, if you're like making an RPG, it's kind of hard because nailing the feel of the show or the property isn't that easy because you have to make it as interesting as the thing you're reading or watching. Um, and unless you're the original creator, it's not that easy. Uh, that's why I usually resort to fighting games because
Yeah.
the intensity of the battles is contained and they don't have to veer off into building a story or creating assets for an open world.
Yeah, you know what I would love, and it didn't have to. I mean, it doesn't have to be a game. I would just love an OVA of it, but a game would be cool too. Just especially with the climate we live in these
Mm-hmm.
days, it would get people to think about certain things. Uh, of the a video
Mm.
game of the manga Sandland. I'm not sure how it would play, but I just want like something about Sandland because it
Uh-huh.
like that story still holds up. If you don't know what's for the people listening who don't know what who might not know what Sandland is, it is a one volume Akira Toriyama manga. Um, I don't want to explain the whole plot, but basically the whole world is a desert and water is really scarce, and there's a king who's like hogging it all for himself, and there are some demons, and they team up with some humans to go on an adventure to find some water. I know that sounds
Yeah,
lame, but
I know it,
trust me,
or I know of it.
it's
But
actually
yeah,
pretty cool.
there's a lot of things you could do with manga, anime, games. I'm just hoping they veered into weirder territories, not just fighting games. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got another one too. Dead Man
Uh,
Wonderland.
I could see that being a visual novel. Like,
Although that might just be a fighting game again. Dead Man
That could be
Wonderland
cool.
by Platinum
Oh, yeah, sure.
because of all the
That's
different blood
cool. But
powers.
I'm thinking more in terms of a visual novel like the Virtue's Last Reward series or Danganronpa. Because I mean,
I don't think
as much as that,
I don't like that because the thing that's cool to me about Dead Man Wonderland is the fighting because they have such unique
that is true.
abilities.
But to me, it was also the suspense of the world they created. Like, why are they being imprisoned, and how could they escape, or is there something else going on? I mean, that lends itself, I think, pretty well for a visual novel.
I just feel like you're like if you do that, it's just limiting it more, and um, I don't know. That's kind of those are the only two I could really. Oh, also I gotta say this because
Hmm.
one of my best friends he loves Claymore,
Yeah, that
so a
would be
Claymore
pretty
game would be
dope.
pretty cool.
Um, I'm thinking more like a where
Uh,
you hunt beasts, like in The Witcher or in Monster Hunter could be cool, but
Monster
they're
Hunter.
not like totally ginormous monsters as in Monster Hunter. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
I feel
getting
like it
at.
would be
So
more like
that
Dark
could be cool.
Souls-ish. Um, that's kind of all that's all I can think of off the top of my head. But
Yeah, cool.
I think we're going to end it there. Again, for anyone listening, sorry
It's
about
fine.
the dogs barking.
It's fine.
I don't know why that happened. It happens. Um, also sorry I've been a little out of it today. Hopefully, next session next recording I'll come back refreshed. We won't have problems with the dog or my good mic. Um, and we'll actually have a it won't go over the
Mm-hmm.
time. We are on Podbean and on YouTube. The Spotify thing I still have not gotten notified for, so I have no idea how long that takes. But
Yeah.
accessing Podbean and YouTube is easy, so it's not hard. You can follow us at In From Japan on Twitter. Uh,
I'm
I'm
at
at Erroll
Jason
M on
underscore
Twitter.
Dar on Twitter, I'm guessing.
Um,
I think.
yeah, I'll put
Mhm.
both in the description. I always do. Also put some recommended reading about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Uh, something about an article I just read today about Mewtwo. Uh, something about how Final Fantasy XIV's Emmett Selch is actually the series' best villain, and a kind of funny article about a Pokemon ASMR
I mean,
video with a
that's all the
squelching
things
Grimer.
we've all dreamed of. Squelching Grimer.
That's what we've been waiting for. Um, all right,
Yes,
so
signing off.
we'll see you guys next time.